Hello gamers, I'm Nkaziel, and in this video I wanted to talk about Perfect New World and the upcoming closed beta test that will be held on 4th of May. I will try to provide you with a quick rundown of what this MMO is and what you can experience in the closed beta test, as well as how to register for it. Initially, I wasn't going to cover this MMORPG on my channel, especially since we have so many MMORPGs coming out this year. However, the developer video about what we can expect from the closed beta test made me change my mind and made me not only decide to give the game a try, but also share my thoughts with you. Over the years, I played hundreds of MMORPGs and I have seen thousands of developer videos, and I can tell you that most of the time when an Eastern developer releases a game here in the West and their game designers talk about the game, it's usually in their native language and we are provided with subtitles. The Perfect New World video has the game designer talking English, and his English is not very good. But despite that, he made the effort to talk in a language that most of us understand. As someone who is not a native English speaker, I can relate to the struggles of trying to express yourself in different languages. So, while this might not be an important fact for most of you, it is for me, and it shows me that this game designer is making an effort to appeal to the global market rather than just the Eastern one. I strongly believe that little details is what often makes the difference between a good game and a great one. In this case, this little detail made me give this game a chance. Before I talk about what you will be able to experience in the closed beta, I want to lightly touch on the history of this IP. Perfect New World is the spiritual successor of Perfect World, an MMORPG released all the way back in 2005 in China and in 2008 in NA and EU. Perfect World was by all means a revolutionary MMORPG. At the time, it had everything you can expect from an MMORPG, and on top of that, it had flying mounts and flying combat. Something that we still don't see much of in MMORPGs even today. Most MMORPGs have a fraction of the features Perfect World had back then, and that's why at the time it was a popular game despite being extremely pay to win. Sadly, this is not a story with a happy ending, since now it's more or less dead, only having a handful of players still playing it. So let's talk about what Perfect New World is and what you can experience in the closed beta. Perfect New World is a high Chinese fantasy MMORPG, and I don't mean the Wuxia type where everyone is wearing robes. I mean the cool kind with flashy looking armors and stunning looking world, with a lot of Chinese lore elements, which sadly are not often represented in the Western media. In this beta test you will be able to explore a limited part of the game. This will include a few zones, a few cities that will have some exploration elements and quests, one group dungeon, a zone with non-combat minigames that will involve some puzzles and parkour elements, and the test will also include the possibility to PvP with other players. You will be able to explore all this by choosing one of the 3 classes available at this time. The classes will be gender and race locked, and the character creation seems to be very minimal. The combat is said to be action combat with a high degree of customization, as well as combat agency. What skills you choose and how you choose to use them will be extremely important. From the footage we have, it kinda reminds me of Blade & Soul. This is a very brief summary of what you can expect in the beta. If you want more details, I will link the video from the developer in the description of the video. For the next point, let's talk about how to register for the upcoming beta that will take place starting the 5th of May. You'll have to complete a pretty straightforward survey that I will also link in the description of the video. At the end of the survey, you'll need to provide the developers with your SteamID. This will be used to provide you with access to the beta through your Steam library. So let me show you how you can get it in case you don't know. Before we continue this process, I have to let you know that this is not private information or anything like that. It's just an identifier, so there is no reason to worry about it being used for anything mischievous. Alright, let's start. So first you'll have to open your Steam client. On the top left corner, you'll have to press on Steam and then select Settings. Once the new window opens up, press on Interface and make sure that the option Display Web Access Bar when available is selected. Once this is done, you can go to your profile page and you will notice a link at the top. If you don't have a custom URL, your ID will be the numbers shown there. If you do have a custom URL, it will not. In that case, you can use the SteamID Finder website that you can Google, and your SteamID will be what this website's called SteamID 64. A little note here, I believe your profile needs to not be private for you to be able to use this website. With that being done, now you can use your ID to complete your survey and hopefully gain access to Perfect New World closed beta on 4th of May. The last thing I want to say is that I do not know if this game will be good or bad, or if it will manage to hold our attention, especially since we have so many MMORPGs coming out this year that look absolutely amazing. We will get a chance to test this soon and form our own opinions on this matter. At the very least, we can have a new MMORPG to play for a few days. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or want to support me in this hobby of mine, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. See you in the next one, gamers!